I'm making this video about a guy I once trained. We was doing a load from dedicated from North Carolina to Seattle, Washington. And I would do that run dedicated. I was paying off a truck at the time, a truck that ran well over 100 miles an hour. And like I said once, it takes a long time to get skilled like that to drive a truck of that mileage. You know what I'm saying? It can do that type of mileage, 100 miles an hour. You know, of course I didn't do 100 miles an hour across the United States. No, I didn't. But the company called me one day and said, "Yo, man, you want to train this guy?" I said, "Yeah." They said that all he gonna be on your truck is about 3 weeks. All he need to do is know how to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? How to back. He can go forward great. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna be stopping you. Ain't gonna be stopping your miles. You getting your truck paid for. Okay. So he got on the truck. You know what I'm saying? Got in. He didn't talk none. All he did was run. I mean, bro, when I tell you this dude ran, this guy ran. I mean, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Me starting out, when I first started, I used to do, I mean, man, it could have been 800 something miles. Man, maybe one in the thousands, because really I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. You know what I'm saying? And when you ain't looking at the logbook, ain't no telling what you can do. But man, I'm going to tell you something. Because like I said, I was paying off a truck. Y'all know how hard that is to those who have tried to pay off. You know what I'm saying? This guy got on my truck. And I mean, I'm doing, I do the Seattle load, the run, just like I normally do it. So, it wasn't really bothering me that I would, you know what I'm saying, like, I would get tired. I didn't, this is first time I ever got tired. So I'm running, and man, I'm trying to run like this guy to keep up the pace. And, like I said, when you're doing a team job, pretty much y'all running equal mileage, to get it through the day. When I tell you this dude could do well over there. Now I was pretty much doing this logbook to make sure you both legal. And mostly doing all the backing. But when I tell you this dude took the weight off of me when it come to running the miles, bro, it was the easiest runs I ever done. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not supposed to cut corners. I know that. But when I tell you that guy would get down on it and run and run, if you wanted to run a mile, he would run 8 miles. You know what I'm saying? And so I asked him one day, I said, look, if you stay on my truck, I said, we'll keep a job. I said, you keep getting paid. I said, like, I keep running the night shift. You ain't never got to run night shift. Always run day. And, lo and behold to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody something if they never done something. You know what I'm saying? If they never went and did 100 miles up on a logbook in the nighttime, they never know what the nighttime is. So whenever I told them this, and then the company called him back in 5 weeks, they was like, they laid something on him that really pulled him off my truck. He was making $1,500 when he was with me. You know what I'm saying? Plus whatever, I wasn't even really, every time he would get something to eat, I would make sure he eat. I would really go out in my pocket and get this dude something to eat. You know what I mean? Just so he can stay on my truck. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, them runs weren't no bull. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about through the hills all the way out, So the company called one day and said, yo man, we're gonna spike your pay up to about $2,000, and then you can get off his truck and drive ours. Okay, but he's not thinking about it though. He's not thinking about it. A lot of times he never backed the truck when he was me. I didn't want him to leave. He never backed it. Once he got on the road, I heard. Well, he told me. He called me a couple years after that. And told me he lost his license. And I'm thinking to myself, you got caught out there out west, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact you just can't, like in the east or anywhere across the I-35, it's really easy once you figure out where you're going. But once you get in them hills, it's something different. You get out there on that, what kind they call me, many up days. That's what, you know, a lot of them stories I never really shared, the stories of how I get pulled over there in places like in places like what's that place? Places like I had to just pay attention because, like I said, I was in a road work 55. You know, and I kind of got a little bit 60, 65 miles an hour. Once he got out there, places like Idaho or Montana and stuff like that, you know, that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I got some of the silliest tickets out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was all they did, really. You know what I'm saying? To Seattle and back. And sometimes going down to San Diego. But still, like, you know, you get out there on 50, on that highway in California, man, everywhere pretty much like 55. Everywhere you go is pretty much like 55. And, you know, he got out there out west and started doing about what he wanted to do. You can't do that. You know, a lot of times when we would go to California, a lot of times when it was nighttime, and he probably going there during the day, you know, when police was sharp, you know what I'm saying? If he really realized it, I was having him drive during the daytime, but once we hit California, it was at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I didn't put him up under the wheel for no bull. Like, we was making money. Just didn't realize how good he had it, you know? I was just sitting here like the night call. Like I said, man, it be nights like this, boy. And like you run that night shift, you got so much energy, but then that energy fall off there and after about, to me, about 500 miles. I only got 100 miles to go. You know?